Welcome to VGotM episode number 36. We've been doing this for 3 years and we made it through Manor Lords powered by Zen, caffeine, and alcohol. We got a light crew today with me. I'm your host, Jarnod, as per usual, because no one else knows how to produce, so that's what I do.
That's true.
It's true. I'm here with Chief.
100%.
What's up, Chief? How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How was the casino?
It was fun.
Oh, we made Unhappy. Just joined Happy. How are you?
Happy's here.
I think he saw my text.
Oh, shit.
I didn't see any text.
Okay, it's good.
Oh?
A little loud.
I just actually played the game this month.
Mm.
And
Nice.
so,
Is my audio okay?
yeah, it's perfect.
I know
I'm adjusting
it's
on the
always
fly.
an issue for me.
No, it sounds great. I'm just
you're
just deadening your voice just a little bit to balance it out. How are you, sir?
Because we don't want to hear you talking.
Doing well.
Muting.
I thought I saw you at the Y like 6 times today, and it just happened to be there's like an obscene amount of taller, lean, bald guys working out.
I'm not bald.
It's in your picture.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you literally came right as we went live.
okay. Well, yeah.
So, Happy,
that
how
Y
are-
in San Francisco. Just kidding.
Gotta be
ahead.
careful at the Y in San Francisco. You end up having to dodge like turds as you go to the bench.
Oh
And
boy.
HIV.
Yeah, you really have to wipe down.
The machines.
Okay, we're starting off strong here.
Yes. Well, it is Pride Month. Oh. Am I allowed to say that?
Please tell me you watched.
No, they canceled Pride Month.
No, they didn't. But
Yeah, they did.
okay, well, we'll get to that. But we haven't introduced Happy. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Are you happy?
I'm gay happy.
Perfect.
Are you Hawaiian?
Maybe. I wish.
He's a giraffe. And Salty. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Tell everyone about yourself.
Fantastic.
Like, just run with it for like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, we're just going to
Okay.
give the floor to Salty.
All right.
It's too much
Yeah.
time.
I got nothing.
And that was Salty. Thank you, everyone. For what's that?
I was going to say, how do we describe ourselves as anons?
Anons?
Yeah.
I would
I'm a
say,
sea turtle, I guess.
yeah. I mean, you're a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, Ninja Turtle. That's what I mean.
I mean, how much more obvious can it be that I'm a chief giraffe?
It's hard to tell the giraffe part from your profile picture until you see the
Oh,
purple
giraffes back
the
there.
purple giraffes.
I
which are
just
cool.
now noticed the giraffes.
Oh wow, I've never seen that.
And I'm just a tall, lean, bald guy.
Yeah.
No, I told AI to make me a picture of that's an AI picture. I said Legolas as a Native American chief with giraffes in the background.
Nice.
And I put on like a neon filter, and that's what it spat out.
You know, I really love AI, like running around with Midjourney. And Angry's here.
Yep.
Angry.
There's Angry.
We're in the middle of introductions. Say hi.
Oh,
How was the casino for you?
it turned out pretty good.
Are you
I was
addicted?
I'm a gambling addict now. Happy to report.
Oh, nice.
Me and happy.
Took you long enough.
Yeah. No,
So-
I mean, I had fun and learned how to play some blackjack, like in kind of like the official way, and I was the only person on the corporate retreat to come out ahead.
It's true.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we sat down to slots, and he won like $200 right off the bat
That's awesome.
It happened like 4
At
times.
slots too.
at slots. He won like 4 times.
Did the casino y'all went to have blackjack payout changed to 6 to 5?
No,
No, they're 3-2.
but the ante.
I went to one that was 6 to 5.
I don't know what that
brutal.
means.
It was so bad.
Never do 65. It like drops your if you
I
play
know.
by the book, it drops
Nobody
it by
was
like
winning.
7 or 8%.
All the tables were so depressed. Like, I don't like. Usually, it's like, oh, that guy's winning. Like, it's possible for someone to come out ahead. Like
How-
6 blackjack tables I can see with my naked eye at the casino I went to, and everyone's just sad.
I think I lost all my money like halfway through the second day, like early in the morning on the second day. And I was like, oh, well, I think this is just God telling me never to gamble. But
Yeah, I was honestly worried, like, because it's like, okay, I knew, you know how to play the game of blackjack, but not like the official strategy or whatever. And then Chief had that laminated card that kind of said like what the book says about how to play. I thought they were gonna get mad about like, helping each other, but honestly, the dealer half the time, like if you hit on like a 14 and and they're showing like a 2 or something, they're like, are you sure you want to do that? And I'm like, oh, aren't you supposed to like just take my money here?
Yeah. So I figured that we could start off with a diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Woohoo!
I was hoping we'd do that. Is that we should have made the VGotM, like the buttons on the emblem? We should have made it rainbow this month.
Oh, we should have. Oh man,
And a rainbow.
I never thought about that. Well, so
Opportunity missed.
to start off with, we have a.
Oh, I saw that video.
Okay, so
yeah.
For the viewers who are unfamiliar or salty, basically what happened was a immigrant Muslim was stabbing people in, I think this is in Germany, and
in Germany.
a bystander came up and I think tackled the guy to prevent him from doing anything, and got stabbed, and then the cop came up and tackled the guy who's trying to help out, and then the cop ended up getting stabbed and died.
Yep.
Wow.
And then they shot and killed that dude with the knife.
Oh, good.
That's how I knew it wasn't in London, because
because they
London cops don't carry guns.
They bring in the guns eventually.
I was
The
gonna
SWAT
say,
team or whatever.
They bring
Cops
muskets.
don't carry them.
No, yeah, the street cops, but then they bring in other people with guns later when it's too late. Usually,
They're playing a flute and like drums and everything.
yeah. What's this next one? Average Canadian man. Okay, we're going to switch to that.
well, that is tragic and sad.
Yes, but this one, here's a happy one. So this is a post from the subreddit R Ottawa. This one was beat up by an 8 or 9-year-old at the park at Richcraft Complex.
What?
Okay, so this guy, is this something that OPS, Ottawa Police Service, can help me with? Can a child be charged with assault? Edit 1. It was a fair fight. He won. I've decided to live with my defeat and connect with a non-emergency line in chat. Edit 2. Spoke with a very kind police person. We came to an agreement to not go forward with any further actions. The police person mentioned that if that happens again, I should not hesitate to call them. Edit 3. I'm an adult male. The kid was faster than I thought a kid could be. He hit me really hard, which caught me by surprise, but all credit to him. Followed up with some good punches and a couple good kicks when he knocked me down. Sorry to disappoint that it was one-sided. Edit. Last edit. Was going to take a walk. Kid asked me what I was doing. I told him. He called me a loser. I called him a loser. He squared up and I froze. He punched me like Bruce Lee fast.
Like Bruce Lee.
I tried to respond. He hit me again and I stumbled. He got me stumbling, finished the job. Not sure what else to say.
I kind of think this guy is like a good sport. Like, I don't think he's
but
he's joking around with it.
Still
I
got
don't think
beat up by an 8 or 9-year-old.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's hilarious. But also, it's like, was he gonna hit a kid?
I think you should.
Yeah. I guess if he can punch like Bruce Lee.
All right, let's see what's next. We're going to talk about pride. I think pride is the next thing we should talk about.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Companies on June 1st are always like, I'm something of a homosexual myself.
Yes. Yes. Oh, it's so funny just how quickly they just all change their logos.
Well, so that's something fun. Twitter rules now prevent you from if you change your profile picture, your blue check mark goes away for a couple days. So none of them are changing their profile picture to be pride focused anymore because they don't want to lose that blue check mark.
You think that was on purpose by Elon?
He's pretty based.
or was it already like that?
I don't know if it was like that before because they did change it for Pride Months before. But thought that was fun. So Activision sent out this to all of their people. So Activision Blizzard, now owned by Microsoft, as we all know.
Right.
I'm glad we have all of the colors of the rainbow, like brown.
Yeah, I didn't know brown. When did brown become part of a rainbow?
And what is that?
For
That's when you mix all
LGB,
the watercolors together on accident, and it just
you learned that in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Which colors are not gay now?
White.
Oh, they're all gay.
No, white is on the trans flag.
Oh,
Is it?
true.
Yeah, it's that like the white stripe or whatever.
Yeah, it's the little arrow or something.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, go ahead.
what I've been told is that the brown is now is for people of color because they
so there's now Gay Black Month.
The yellow,
so black
yellow
people
is
get
the
2 months.
Asians.
Okay.
Yeah, black people get two months. So they're sending out an internal email. They have an inclusive game design resources. So just to letting you know that all these. Oh, also apparently there's a first non-binary character called Catbat. I don't know. Never heard of him before.
What
Kind of
game
looks
is
like
that
a
in?
dildo.
It looks as gay as it actually is.
Crash Team Rumble.
What?
He's also voiced by gender fluid actor who uses all pronouns. I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's
All
everything I want in the
pronouns?
game.
What does that even mean? Like,
Whatever you want to call them, it works.
Yeah.
And calling it that's actually, I like that better because there's no way you can mess up.
That's true.
You could call her him, or him her, or they, or whatever. At least I feel like that's at least a more chill way to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
or we could just not condone mental illness.
No.
Oh boy.
No, we
No,
can't do
I
that.
like supporting mental illness.
I'm very pro mental
Yeah,
illness.
I'm a little
Chief, I
autistic
condone
here.
you. I condone you, Chief.
I'm a little autistic. I want to be supported. How come we don't have like a mental illness month?
I think we do.
Do we?
It is June. Oh,
Oh,
No, there you go. See, there you
boy.
go. Oh, yes. I was hoping you're going to talk about Modern Warfare. Yes.
Go for it,
I
Chief.
gotta. Oh, okay. So, well, they did. They added all these gay shaders to it, but the other funny one is, do you have the one about the bullets?
Oh, I don't have the bullets handy. I don't think.
Oh, okay. So they added a free download for bullet skins that are like the trans flag,
Yes.
and like everybody was asking, do those bullets shoot straight?
I love how much you like that.
It's so funny. I was like, that's hilarious.
They named it after the Covenant school shooter, the transgender Covenant school shooter.
Oh, they did? I'm
no,
sure they did.
I'm kidding. But
no, yeah, there's a screenshot of this character looking at the magazine,
I'll see if I can
and you
find
just
it.
see these pink and blue bullets. Like the top comment is, "Hey, Call of Duty, do these bullets still shoot straight?" And it's like, clever dad joke there. But yeah,
I'm
no,
see-
they
oh,
added
there,
all
okay,
that gay
here it
stuff.
is. I got
Did
it.
you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there we go.
Yeah.
They cover the bullets in some guns, trans bullets. So, you're just shooting the gay into people.
Mm-hmm. It's like on Family Guy. I think
Should've
we
made 'em
isolated the gay
dildos.
gene.
You should be
Very
shooting.
libertarian, mixing gay with guns.
What?
Yeah, very libertarian.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
Yes.
I'm sure instead of their heads exploding when they get a headshot, their they just burst into rainbow confetti.
like the grunts in Halo.
That would actually be really cool. Is like headshot deaths, like where like explosions of rainbow powder or something like that in Warzone.
There was a y'all the Viva Dirt League or something like, is that what it's called? I think
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they like an Australian based, like they make fun of games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they did this one skit where it was like kid mode for games. It was like an adult game, but they changed it to kid, and so they go up and basically they have like those Nerf bats that they go up and beat people with, and they're just exploding into balloons and confetti and stuff like that. But the NPCs sitting there watching blood just go everywhere and watching these kids run around with glee killing everybody. Like, we're putting them to sleep.
I remember that one. Those guys have some funny ones.
So I don't know if you're aware, but Mario has now been arrested for a hate crime after
a hate crime.
Yeah, because he left skid marks on Rainbow Road.
Oh, that's awful. Well, mamma mia.
Mamma mia. So yeah, Rainbow Road has been discontinued from all Mario Kart games
for this month. Yeah. Did you see how they worded that in that news thing?
Which one?
The one about the dude leaving skid marks on the rainbow.
There's like a manhunt, wasn't there?
They said a manhunt is underway to find this person. Like he committed murder or something.
No, it's just gay. They're just looking for men. It's a man.
I just read the comment.
Oh, maybe that's a good way
this,
to put it.
Yeah,
I just read the comment under this post.
The follow us to the Rainbow Road?
No, the other one.
That's great.
Yeah.
Funny. I don't know if y'all are aware, but there's still some like Palestinian
this is funny too.
Protests going on.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
They clash with Philly Pride Parade.
Yeah,
I know. I love this because it's like the ultimate controversy. Like who's more, in the right?
Who's more morally right here?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it came to blows or if they're just going to sit down and do a hunger strike.
You can't say come to blows at the Pride Parade.
Come to blows.
I think is that all?
Very explosive.
Clearly saying to blaze.
To blave.
To blaze means to bluff.
Or if there's any docking going on in there.
Do we have to explain docking to the to the chat?
No.
Salty, can you explain docking to the chat for us?
Okay. So I think there's a few different kinds. Which kind are we talking?
Oh, a few different
I was not aware of other ones.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's hear it.
Docking.
So the first one that pops up in my mind is when two tips touch.
Okay.
Right. And then
two tips of
you
what?
roll. And then you roll the, little.
Why can't
layer
you say foreskin?
One over the other.
Oh, we're already this deep. You can say
this is a YouTube safe explanation. Okay.
We're 3 years in and we haven't been canceled. We're fine.
Does YouTube cancel the word foreskin?
No. That would be
Not during
anti-Semitic.
Pride Month.
What if we all said it in unison?
Say it 3 times in the mirror.
No, I don't want foreskin to appear.
Yeah. If you say it 3 times, your foreskin grows back. Not that I don't have any.
Yes. We're all honorary members of the tribe here.
Oh, man. Fun stuff.
I came across this game the other day. It's a simulation. It's a simulation game.
I love this game.
And so you guys can't hear the music, but it's like Russian, drinking whiskey, smoking
while driving.
Yeah, it's a simulation game.
I still think it was a good idea, but in college, some friends decided that it would be a good idea to get drunk and then go to this like go-kart place and drive go-karts. You know, because it's like, okay, you're gonna crash into stuff. Like, who cares?
Peace on
And
Peace on the car.
got so drunk that we couldn't go. But it still sounds like a good idea.
I don't know. Will they let you do it?
I mean, I'm sure if you show up like visibly super drunk, probably not. But you know, like a little tipsy driving.
You know what? I'm gonna do that this year. I'm gonna figure out how to do that and do that.
That's your goal for the year, Salty?
Yeah, that's my New Year's resolution.
To go drunk driving
On a go-kart, yeah.
We're halfway through the year.
Well, there it is.
Better get started early.
Yeah.
Get a lot of drunk driving to make up for it.
Okay, let's talk about Valve and Steam. So this is the other day. So yes, I learned yesterday that Valve started a DEI group to help talk about what they could do better. You know what I learned? Not only is the group dead, but everyone in the everyone who ran it and was or invested in it was required to quit the company.
Oh my god!
Wow.
So they made. I love the bottom one. It's like, so they just made the group as a trap, then fired everyone that was in it.
You seen that meme? And it's like someone creates a group chat that says like barbecue, and it's like, you know, is anyone here vegetarian or vegan? You know, like just so I know for food preferences. And someone said, "Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I am vegan." And then it's like remove them from the chat.
So good.
Funny.
But based Gabe Newell. You know,
who's that?
The founder of Steam.
Oh, okay.
He does not look like that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a beard anymore.
I didn't even know people worked for Valve.
What?
Yeah, I thought there was like 5 people working for them now.
I mean, there's not many. Valve is a weird place. So a little bit of lore on it. Gabe Newell used to work at Microsoft. He was a high-ranking software engineer at Microsoft. And when he saw Doom in 95 or 96, Doom was installed on more computers worldwide than Windows 95 was. And Gabe was like, oh, games are the future. So he quit his job and started Valve Software, and they made Half-Life 1 and 2. And then when Half-Life 2 came out, that's when Steam came in. And now I think they have like 300 people working there, but they're like a $17 billion company now. And like they make so much money from Steam and they don't really have to do anything, that they don't get anything done, because the whole work culture is like you only work on what you want to work on. And that's why we haven't gotten Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
So
Half-Life 3.
I don't know, like a few years ago, 2 years ago, Valve released a VR version of Half-Life called Half-Life Alyx.
Right.
Yeah, I never played it.
I heard it was really good. It's probably like, I've heard it's one of the better VR games if you want to do like a narrative VR game. But so Sony was desperate to get other games on their VR, and so they basically instead of convincing Valve to port their game to Sony VR, they created a PC adapter that allows people to play PC VR games on Sony VR.
That's actually nice.
Wow.
It's not bad.
I was wondering if their VR2 set was going to do that. Because there is a way to do that with the VR1 set, but like you have to like download some software to get it to connect to your PC.
Mm-hmm.
But PlayStation actually saying, like, wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Good stuff. But Valve wins again.
Valve does win again.
Valve.
I would definitely buy the VR2 PlayStation, because I mean I have a PS5. So I mean I could use it there or on Steam.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I have heard, like I saw a tweet from someone who was like, oh, just like to save Valve, we need to get Microsoft to buy them. I was like, that's
No,
the
that would kill
worst
it.
idea I've ever heard. Because
I saw this funny picture about this. It was like, it was a meme where it's like a kid screaming in the background. It says, "Why are all these video game?" It had Xbox's face on it. It said like, "Why are all these video game studios closing down?" Then like it said like Microsoft answered, "Because you spent $77 billion to buy them."
yeah. Let's talk. Okay, good segue. I like it because I was going to talk about this next.
Oh, they're shutting down even more, huh?
Yeah. So about a month ago, Microsoft decided to shut down Arcane Austin, Tango GameWorks, and some of ZeniMax online studio, like somebody who's in Roundhouse Games. So the weird thing about it is that Tango GameWorks made, I think it was Hi-Fi Rush or something like that, which was like critically acclaimed. Actually, did pretty good for an indie studio in terms of like number of people playing it. But Arcane, so they did really good, and immediately after closing it down, I think that the Phil Spencer came out and was like, we just don't, we need to like make like critically acclaimed games, and everyone's like, you just closed down the studio that made your last critical game.
No.
And Arcane Austin was, I think they were the people that helped with, like most recently they did Redfall, which was apparently terrible. So it was so bad that no one even suggested it in VGotM. But I think they helped with Dishonored and Dishonored 2. So it's like it really it's weird because Dishonored was a great game. And it's like as soon as Microsoft like gets a hold of you, yep, they're going to start firing people, laying off people at the studios and
private equity.
There was some, I forget what game it was, but it was one of the Microsoft studios that got shut down, and like people were like, it was like on Reddit or Twitter, they said, please go buy this game and like rate it up or something so that Microsoft will bring back the studio. I forget which game it was. It was some like samurai game. I can't remember the name of it.
Ghost of Tsushima?
No, that's Sony.
Oh yeah.
It was something different.
So it's Steam now.
Is it?
Yeah, that's on Steam now.
Oh, you have to
But
get
there was
PlayStation Network ID.
Yeah,
I wish listed it.
Nice.
I wish listed another game recently
Nice.
from a certain indie company person.
Let's see. Anything else about this? Well, as soon as gamers discovered it, in Fallout 76, someone went and dropped a nuke on Phil Spencer's camp.
Oh my gosh. I read that as Phil Collins the first time I read it. I was like, why are people bombing Phil Collins? I mean, he's playing a game. Like, I honestly read that as Phil Collins. That's hilarious. And I read that story the first time.
I didn't know that you could drop bombs on Microsoft executives.
Yeah, they nuked his base.
Yep. You know, we don't really care for LinkedIn here, but this guy sums up the Bethesda studios and all the other things pretty good. And basically, he's blaming Game Pass.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's like, so it says, so games like Hi-Fi Rush, which is incredible, gets a small bump in revenue from being the hot Game Pass for a month, but then it falls off a cliff because when everybody moves on to the next thing. And basically, because you're not relying on sales anymore, because Microsoft's whole thing is like, collect as many things as I can, put them on Game Pass, and then just pay our studios out of our pocket from the Game Pass. But Game Pass hasn't been growing. And basically they'll get, like, people will go and buy 1 month to play a game for $1 and then leave. And they'll be like, okay, I basically played Starfield for $1 or something like that. Yeah. And it's like, there's no reason to keep on subscribing unless you're going to play like a live service game.
Remember when we played Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
I did that for the Game Pass on Xbox, on PC or whatever. I bought it.
Yeah, I think I bought it
for a month.
For the one on PC
for $1. Played Sea of Thieves, canceled.
I did the glitch when it first launched of where you could preload like up to 3 years of Xbox Live, and when the switch happened where they converted everyone to Game Pass, like it converted every month you had of Live to that. So it ended up being like $3 a month for my first 3 years. So I only just recently canceled my Game Pass, but
yeah, I think I got
it was worth it for $3 a month.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I think I got an introductory rate for like a year way back, or maybe it was like $1 a month for 6 months or something.
I'm probably the resident Xbox player of the five of us here, and I've downgraded to what used to be Xbox Gold and now is like Game Pass Basic or something.
I thought you were about to say I just downgraded to PC. I was going to have a fight. This guy brings up a good point though with Call of Duty, because since Activision is now owned by Microsoft, it's like, do they put Call of Duty on Game Pass on day one, or do you sit there and say no? You have to buy it, pay the $70, and then down the road, because you lose out on those huge sales on that first month.
I feel like Call of Duty is the one game that would go on Game Pass and actually keep people on Game Pass.
It might.
Well, the whole theory of it is the same as all the streaming companies. Where like people will subscribe to watch one show, but most people keep it month to month because something else interests you, and then you just keep going. And there's a ton of really good games on there. I just don't have the time to play them all. Otherwise, I probably would subscribe.
Yeah, I think there's probably. I mean, what if you play like one new game?
I mean, all of the EA games are on there too.
Are they really?
After every EA game goes on there like 9 months after launch. So I think it'll be similar to that with the Call of Duty, like you were saying. But like all the sports games are like Battlefield or like I guess just all the EA games from what I can tell are on there.
Oh, here's another good point in here. I missed it the first time I was reading it. Basically, like 3 or 4 years ago, Xbox was basically just a rounding error for Microsoft books. They would be like, yeah, we'll just, a couple $1 billion, who cares, kind of thing. And now, after spending $70 billion on Activision Blizzard, it's like, hey, like, we have to keep an eye on this now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and Game Pass does not appear to be getting itself out of the hole anytime soon.
Yeah, Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda, all of them.
I mean, that's generally when things get ruined, is once they're successful enough for the CEO to pay attention to.
Yeah, true.
Like when DICE was a little studio making Battlefield, it was incredible. And then they became like such a big franchise, and the execs ruined it as per usual.
I can't even remember the last good Battlefield game I played.
I think it was Battlefield 1. The World War I was widely considered the last good one.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I have an idea for how they can solve this. Is you can do pay to win, like Epic Games is doing with Fortnite.
Oh, really?
So there's some free cars that you can get in Fortnite, but you'll die faster in them than if you get the paid ones.
What?
Of course.
You sound shocked, angry. Betrayed. Let's see. I've told you all about the Activision patent, right?
Yeah.
No. Activision what?
So the Activision had a patent. What is it called? Licensed a patent? Filed a patent? I don't know. Where if you bought a cosmetic item, they would reduce the skill level of your opponents for like the next 5 games.
Wow.
And then would sync you up with easier opponents so you would play better. And so
sucky.
There's 2 things happening right there. One of them was, I feel awesome after spending some money. And 2 was other people seeing someone who spent money and just doing awesome, so they're more likely to go and spend money too.
That's so shitty.
And allegedly they have not put it into any games, but I don't believe them.
Yeah, I don't believe them either.
So
I miss the randomness of early online multiplayer.
Where's Ninja? We need to get him on to go off on skill-based matchmaking again.
Oh, I hate skill-based matchmaking.
Everybody hates it.
So apparently there was a couple private videos that got leaked from Nintendo. They had some things going up, and they were on YouTube, and they were just privated until they would announce them. And a Google employee accessed those private videos on Nintendo and then leaked them.
Wow.
Which is pretty incredible.
What were the videos?
I don't know which ones they were. Let's look it up. Large data set, internal, blah, blah, blah. Did not reveal the exact... Oh, the report didn't reveal. So they found out, and then 404 Media... yeah. But good to know that Google employees will go through my private videos.
Of course.
I hope they do.
What do you have uploaded?
I like for them. I think imagining they're watching.
Our favorite indie game is coming to Fortnite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's gonna.
Wow.
You can buy the skin. This
That's
guy's
cool.
making so much money. I'm so proud of him, even though he's a furry.
He's a furry?
Well, look at his profile picture.
Oh no, not a furry.
I can't see it.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't see it either. Oh.
What if he just likes wolves?
should we
Coyotes?
look at his likes?
Yes.
Mm,
I don't want to get banned off YouTube.
Do it.
yeah, that might be.
Do it.
Do it.
No,
Do it.
nope,
I want to see. Do it.
nope. You can look it up on your own time. His Twitter thing is Zeker SS RBLX. What's this one? Oh, did y'all hear about this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I don't have the original video. I think it's been scrubbed. But basically a random player in Valorant, a streamer, girl streamer was streaming Valorant, and then he basically started saying that he was going to follow her and rape her. And that's caused Valorant and Riot Studios to have this backlash, and they're going to start policing everybody's like voice chats, and so Riot's going to make sure that it's inclusive and that nobody's fifis get hurt.
Of course.
I mean, that sounds bad, but I mean, you really probably should do something to prevent people from threatening to come rape someone.
That's
in
true.
chat.
Yeah, I agree. But there is a mute button and a report button and a block button. Yeah.
I agree.
What's this one? I forget what this one is. Oh man. All right, we're getting to the end of our news cycle.
All right.
So IGN has acquired all of these other smaller game media outlets: Eurogamer, GI, VG247, Rock Paper Shotgun. So basically, we now, similar to like the news organizations of the mainstream media, we now have one company owning everything, which is exciting.
What beats Shotgun?
RPGs do.
I was trying to think like rock, paper, scissors. I mean, does rock smash Shotgun?
I would say paper, wouldn't it?
Paper smashes a shotgun.
Paper covers a shotgun.
Paper covers a
Paper
rock.
covers rock. Scissors cuts paper.
Oh,
So I would assume Shotgun blasts paper.
Rock beats shotgun.
Would it?
I think so. You could hit the barrel and dent it.
Yeah.
I guess he could dent it a bit.
Would that stop it?
Or when you shoot the rock, it ricochets back. It's like a boulder.
And kills you, like you get the ricochet.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I mean, rocks beat Goliath, so
That's true.
is there a shotgun called Goliath? Maybe that's how it works.
Guarantee that exists.
I
Googling
know
right now.
I know you all are excited for paying $70 for quadruple A games from Ubisoft and EA. But in addition, EA is going to start putting in-game ads in their titles. So they're going to be commercials and product placement and stuff like that. So we have to look forward to that.
But you're saying they're going to be putting ads in their games?
Yes.
Like please wait 6 seconds before moving on.
So there is no more details besides that they're planning on doing it. Don't know exactly if there's going to be like unskippable, like those stupid mobile ads, or if it's going to be like a commercial break if you play Madden.
Are these free AAA titles?
They've had like actual commercials in the NBA 2K game for a while.
Have they really?
I've heard it's so trash.
Oh man,
like they just stop play and they're like, oh, it's realistic because it's how it is when you watch a game. It's like no one wants that. So yeah, some people are already dealing with this. I mean, I don't play NBA 2K, but
yeah, some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean, some people?
Certain people.
Those people.
Yeah, basketball.
I can't believe EA is already like taking advantage of the disenfranchised community.
Disenfranchised?
Yeah, they're so racist, aren't they?
So this is a screenshot from the Silent 2. On the right is Silent Hill 2 remake, and on the left is the original. And I don't understand why they uglified her.
The left looks better.
Well, isn't it a horror game?
That's true.
Horrified.
But it's the main character.
Yeah, now she's scary.
Yeah,
she's scary. So they hired another SGI? No. VEI people, hit detection. And they assess risk factors for depictions of characters from underrepresented groups and themes. You want to see some of their other work?
What does this have to do with hit detection?
Hit detection is the name of the company.
Oh.
Is a consulting company.
Oh.
So they also they made this new a new game called Concord, and this is like one of the first characters.
Never heard of that game. Is that because of them?
No, I don't think anybody's heard of this game. But there are no white characters in it.
Oh wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I feel like I've come across that before where you're trying to build a character and there's not one that looks just kind of like generic white person. Like even in, like facial features and stuff, like they'll have like, it's like they have a slight variation of everything.
My brother just texted me and said he's going to start playing Outer Wilds. What should I respond?
Good.
I just said yes.
Congratulations.
I still need to do that or finish it.
I haven't even bought it yet.
Chief needs to play it.
Maybe we should nominate that game.
I'm going to tell him the first person, just as all exploration, just follow your heart. There we go. That's about all the news I have for this month. It was a kind of a light month. There's some other weird things.
You didn't do Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, I forgot about the Romeo and Juliet. Let me find that real quick.
UFC 198.
What happened with UFC?
It's Romeo versus Juliet.
I wish I could find the picture.
Did you see the new
that one picture I was passed around on Twitter?
Did you see the new NCAA game isn't going to be on PC?
There are NCAA games on PC?
I don't know. It was 14 on PC.
Okay, where's the Romeo and Juliet? All right, I'll have to look on Twitter. Twitter's where all the memes happen anyway.
Yeah, I feel like Google sanitized these search results.
Are you talking about the new Broadway thing?
Yeah, with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
What?
It's so ridiculous.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No, is it Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tom Holland plays Romeo.
Yeah, and just look who they picked for Juliet. So stupid.
She's not stupid.
Or maybe
I'm saying it's stupid.
Why
are you calling her an it?
The one where they're like squaring off.
I know, I can't find that one. I'm looking for it.
It literally looks like a UFC fight.
Romeo and Juliet, Tom Holland, square.
Here.
Did you find it?
I found like at least a version of it.
Yeah, I can't find it on Twitter anymore.
The chat.
Maybe this one. She's smiling in this one, and the other one she doesn't have she's not smiling. But it's like they just look at like they're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a modern thing. They're wearing like street clothes.
Yep.
It makes no sense.
There's a good one.
What is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be the story of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?
There we go. Thanks. There we go.
There it is.
UFC 303. Honestly, my money's on Juliet in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Spider-Man is going to win this one.
I'm surprised he didn't bring up any of the Trump trial.
Oh, we can talk about the Trump trial.
Oh yeah, Trump's going to jail.
He's going to jail.
The country's about to become a giant prison.
I really hope. My ideal scenario in this is he goes to jail. Wins the election, and then pardons himself from jail, like live on TV. Like that, and a few of his cellmates.
How badass would that be, honestly?
I know. It would be the most badass thing ever. He walks out in like an orange jumpsuit with his cellmates.
Yeah, and someone hands him like the nuclear like codes.
and he rips apart his jumpsuit and he's wearing his power tie in his suit underneath.
Yeah, he's wearing a suit.
Can you imagine him walking around the yard surrounded by Secret Service?
with a ball and chain on his ankle.
They won't put him in jail.
If they made that a reality TV show, like that would be the most watched show of all time, easily. It'd be incredible.
Yeah, I definitely. I think Trump would make
I would watch every
in prison reality show.
The Dawn.
The Dawn. That's what he's called. That's his prison like gang name. We're taking you to see the Dawn, and you're like, oh God, who's that? And he's like, are you from China?
You're fired.
I hope he goes to jail and wins and writes his own pardon. It'd be sick.
That would be sweet. Ninja, you just missed it, but I don't know if you saw the UFC fight between Romeo and Juliet.
Nice.
So,
I was going to say,
was it intentional joining right after all the Pride Month discussion?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's some good memes.
But no, I was going to say about that. 48 hours after the verdicts came out, he raised $200 million in donations.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, goodness.
Yeah. They said that for this is a funny article. They said for a 2-hour time span, okay, that after the verdict came out, that the number one Googled search result was like Trump donation. They said that it was higher than the word boobs.
Oh, I saw that.
Higher than boobs.
Yeah, Trump donation was higher than boobs.
And I was Googling boobs constantly, so that's impressive.
Yeah, that had to outweigh a lot of my Googling.
Yes.
I can't imagine that boobs is like the top search term.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age.
I'm going to go pee, so keep talking.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was just very funny that that he raised $200 million in 48 hours in donations.
Chump change.
Trump change.
Trump change, yeah. That's
Everybody.
right. And
Have we talked about Manor Lords yet?
No, we haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, I think we're.
I'm so glad I made it.
Did you play it?
Since I played it. I definitely played it.
I think we're going to have a higher percentage of people who did not play it this month.
Probably.
I love the game, actually.
I felt like it had potential, but it was a pretty Destiny heavy month for me.
They updated it towards the end of the month, and it helped a lot with some stuff.
I didn't like the lack of a tutorial because I didn't know what anything was.
You like very light on tutorial. You had to play it a few times to like learn what you actually have to do.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm old, and so that's hard.
Yeah, I'm also old. I just like the game, so
yeah.
So what was the? I will admit that I was one of the people who did not play the game.
What?
Yeah.
At a time like this in Destiny.
Yep. I even told
catch us tomorrow.
I even told Jarna before the stream. He was like, "How come you didn't make a suggestion?" I said, "Well, to be honest, I'm most likely not going to be playing the game anyway."
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, just suggest Destiny 2 again." And I was like, "Okay." So,
I mean, shoot.
But
you never know.
You never know. But anyways, so tell us, Happy, since you played it, what is Manor Lords? What was it about, and how'd the game play?
I think Chief took over as
waiting
MC.
for.
Yeah, oh my God, this is so powerful.
This is like a quick and effective.
He stepped into the bathroom.
This was a coup.
He was like, "You guys just riff for a minute," and Chief's like, my time is here."
Let's get into Manor Lords.
You brought up Manor Lords. I didn't bring it up.
I did. That's the best part.
I mean,
and I am the professional gaslighter.
I'm just trying to keep the conversation going.
I'm waiting for the gameplay to be shown on
talk.
screen.
No,
I guess
you're good. I'm just messing.
I guess you want to see the.
I mean, I like RTS. I like turn-based strategy. It's also like a resource management kind of game, which appeals to me.
You like resource managing?
I do.
Wait, do we move to?
So
is that good for the resume?
Oh, someone brought up Manor Lords, and I was trying to get Happy to talk about it, and they were like, "Oh my gosh,
I guess I'm the only one who played it."
Chief is carrying out a mutiny since Jarnod walked away. He's taking over.
I said mutiny, and Jarnod pinched it off so fast and ran back.
Someone had to take a stand against the totalitarian management of the Discord.
This is my dictatorship.
Hey.
Discord mod.
This is super unrelated, but Jarnod.
Yeah.
I got a notification today in Rocket League that said that one of our reports got someone banned.
I know exactly which one it was.
Anyways, sorry.
Back
to Chief's mutiny.
Right.
Chief was mutinying.
Yes.
I was
mutinizing.
You immediately thought it was me, didn't you?
No, I thought they said Happy was it.
Oh.
No,
Happy was talking about the game, and I was just like, "Hey, talk a little bit more about it." And they're like, "Oh, look at Chief stepping in, mutiny taking over."
Dang, that's a good impression of me.
Spot on, right?
Yeah.
I was going to go, "Hey, Chief."
Hey.
Hey.
We should have all come in with a lisp is what we should have done.
Okay.
Ooh.
In non-Manor Lords gaming news, me and Ninja won a Rocket League tournament last night.
Yeah,
wow.
I've been riding that high all day.
It's big.
I was very impressed with myself.
It was a great couple of matches. I mean, we just kept going, and the best part is that in both best of threes, which are semifinals and finals, we reverse swept, swooped, maybe
Swooped,
even
swapped.
No, not swapped.
swappled.
So you lost the first match, won the last two.
Yeah, in both times. So they really thought that they were doing good. Yeah, it was really truly a comeback story that we haven't seen the likes of in ages.
Yeah, because someone kept saying, yeah, I'll join you in Destiny. Just let me finish this game real quick.
I wouldn't let us lose.
Yeah.
2 hours later.
Well, we walked away with a win.
Yeah,
and a big trophy.
It was a huge trophy. They're sending it to my house.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't get that email.
Got a shipping notification. What about Destiny news before we go into Manor Lords?
Play Destiny with us tomorrow.
Oh man.
Big update.
This is it, boys.
Why?
Because it's the culmination of 10 years.
Every bit it can get.
Like Bungie knows that if they don't go balls to the wall with this one, Destiny is dead. And the hype is real. The chief is ready.
Dude, what is balls to the wall? Like, that's a weird phrase.
It's like pedal to the metal. That's
I know, but
really
like, pedal to the metal makes sense because you push the pedal down to the metal, but balls to the wall. How is that?
Yeah, that's like when you.
I don't know. I didn't coin the phrase.
Apparently, it's from
all this time.
I remember in middle school, this guy joined our school in like 8th grade, and he was like trying so hard to like fit in and stuff. He would just like make up words, like.
Why are you talking about me?
But anyway, I remember we were out on the track one time in like athletics, and like they had us like jogging, or it was supposed to be like walk the curves and run the straights or something like that. And he was like, "All right, let's go totally balls out on this next one." And I was like, "What?" And that was like the first time I had heard any phrase like balls to the wall or balls out. Like I kind of sheltered as a kid, and I was like, "The hell? Like he wants to take his balls out and run?" Like
you should have taken your pants off immediately.
So,
did you or didn't you?
According to Reddit, balls to the wall is from early aviation when the throttle and mixture levers had balls on the end of the lever. So for max power and speed, you would push them all towards the firewall.
Yeah.
Balls to the wall.
I feel like someone filled that in later.
Yeah, somebody made that up.
Like someone just liked that ball rhymed with wall, and then found a way to make it work.
What is TIL? What does that abbreviation stand for?
Today I learned.
Oh, okay.
Until.
That's the Reddit thing that says TIL. The phrase "balls to the wall" does not refer to one's testicles being.
It's too bad.
So there's a new Destiny expansion dropping or something?
Yep.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
It's dropping tomorrow, and it's going to be great. I'm excited. And this past month they did past 2 months did this thing called Into the Light, where you had new content, and it just the Pantheon was amazing. Just raid bosses. That was the big thing. I completed all the hard raid bosses. I was able to get probably one of the hardest titles to earn just leading up to the final show. So it was a fun couple of weeks leading up to tomorrow, and the servers have been shut down all day because they shut them down for 24 hours before the new game releases. But yep. My Guardian is ready for tomorrow. Although I probably won't be able to play it until the evening because everybody's going to try and get on, and there'll be a queue, and there'll be all this, contact and Destiny
but you're going to miss out
really
on all the
point.
cool stuff.
Huh?
You'll miss out on all the cool stuff if you don't play until the evening.
Well, I won't miss out on the cool stuff. I'll just stay off social media and not look at anything until I play it. But
so I had a random thought. I have my finger to the pulse of like inner workings of the games industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen over the last 4 months, has Destiny improved?
When you say so improved,
has it become more fun?
I think this last expansion made it more fun.
Whatever this past season was, where we had all the fun stuff, and lots of beer.
So a lot of people have like moved to other companies, and I'm intrigued that after they moved away, it was when like Destiny started becoming fun again. And so it does not bode well for these other studios then.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of it came from, I mean, Sony too taking over, but yes, a lot of the people that used to work at high up stuff with Destiny are no longer there. And they've just been bringing in a bunch of new people who actually played the game before they worked at Bungie and was like, no, we need to do this. And yeah, when they announced that the final shape was being delayed from February to June, and they were like, in April, you're going to get this big update. And that right then is when everybody's like, basically Bungie was like, oh, you want to do this? Here you go. Oh, you want to do this? Here. You've been asking for this? Here. And they're like, oh, you want to get basically any red border weapon as much as you want? Here. You know, like to craft
what's a red border weapon?
So a red border weapon is a craftable weapon. Like you have to get like 5 of them in order to unlock the pattern. And for 2 months, or not 2 months, maybe 5 weeks, they're like, oh, if you play every day and do this thing, you can get 4 craftable red border weapons just every day.
That's what Ninja was doing.
That's what, and that's what brought Ninja back into the game. He was playing it a lot more. He would just do those 4 things each day.
Yep.
And I did too. I did a lot of those too to get the craftable weapons. But oh man, the Pantheon was just that was the most fun that I've had in raids in a long time. And I was hoping that Angry and Ninja would join in for those, but I know that it was tough. But like
they still have them?
No, well, I don't know if the Pantheon's coming back. Onslaught is supposed to stay, but
it better. That's like the most fun thing.
Reading about the game, it seems like if you've played it for forever, it's good. But if you're a new player, it's like worse than it could ever be.
Oh, you can ask Jarnod what it's like being a new player.
So the problem that I ran into, not to rehash last month's episode, but the basic problem I ran into was that it was very there was so much things to do. It was kind of like the toothpaste aisle at Walmart. Like you look and you're like, I don't know which one I'm supposed to do. And then the other part of the problem was like Chief would just say, hey, okay, go here. I'm like, I don't know where here is.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
And then not faulting Chief, was just like, keybinds and stuff like that. It's like, go to the tower. I'm like, I don't know. How do I get to my director? What is this term that everyone's using?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think that my biggest thing is like, I wish that there was like almost like a little bit of like a delay in getting you to max level, so you can kind of learn how the game works a little bit before you get given all of the stuff. Because I think I basically got hit with max light level
right away.
Yeah, right away.
As soon as you loaded it, I was like, "Here, go put this armor on."
Yeah, so you go put that armor on, and then you're able to do all of this stuff. And it's like, well, gated a little bit, to allow me to earn these things and make me feel like, okay, I'm unlocking stuff, and then I understand the small ring, and the ring expands. Now I can do this ring, and that ring expands, and stuff like that. That's how that's just a personal preference, I think, though.
I agree.
All right.
Play with someone who's played for 10 years.
Let's talk about some Manor Lords. So, I suggested this because it was all over my Twitter timeline in the month of April. I was very pleasantly surprised. I've played a lot of like simulation games like this. RimWorld, Banished is another one very similar to this. Banished is probably the closest one I played to this, where it's AI driven workers and you kind of try and guide them. The most famous example is Dwarf Fortress, probably. Have y'all
I've
ever
heard
heard
of
of
that.
that?
Yeah.
Phenomenal game, and probably the king of simulation like games. Like everything can happen in that game. As an aside, Dwarf Fortress is amazing because the guy made it and made it for free for like 20 years. Him and his brother basically just made it for free. I think they relied only on donations. And then when they released it on Steam, they became millionaires because so many people loved the game that when it finally came out on Steam, they just like bought the game out of respect, kind of thing. But anyway, so this one is a 7-year development cycle by a solo developer, and sold how many copies? I think 5 million copies. Have they sold 5 million? So he's pretty much set for life at this point.
Wow.
One of the things that they added is, like you can kind of see on the screen right now, is combat. Combat has not been in, so it's almost like a little bit of Total War aspect, not quite as powerful and interesting as just strategy in Total War, but it does have some aspects of combat in there, which is a lot of fun.
It feels very board game like to me. Like almost like a Settlers of Catan, but then with like some very basic combat. As a big Total War person, I would say it's like 1% of the combat of that game. But it's like a rock paper scissors kind of combat. That's just very dumbed down, but still plays a role.
So basically the whole thing, and Salty played it a lot more than any of us, I think, but the whole idea is to take control of all the regions. Is it early access? So there's some things that are still behind a development wall. But you grow up your village, gathering resources and such, and then competing with other lords, I guess, over the other remaining resources. And building up your town. I ran into an issue in this town that y'all are seeing right here, because I beat the game on my first playthrough, and I was playing just like growth, right? Because I was like, I just wanted to see what it felt like to play through growth. But I ran into an issue with this one where I artisaned too fast, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And so I had a whole bunch of families who were only making all these high quality goods that I couldn't use, and so I was going to have to trade them, and I started running out of food, and then people started starving, and then they were very unhappy, and then the podcast started, so I didn't have to worry about it anymore.
It definitely could use more tutorial.
Oh yes.
I mean, I like that the game is hard. I think that's one of its best attributes. It is truly like a struggle versus the elements to keep your civilization or your little town alive.
I found that. Oh, sorry.
And they also give you a lot of options of how to approach it, so you can play it very differently every time, and it'll also be different based on your random spawning on the map and which elements you have richer deposits of, which is cool. And then just like the random weather events, like your thing was burning down earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that they made it challenging, but there's a lot of things that I ended up Googling as I played it. Like, do I need a family to man this building, for example? It's a very common question I had throughout this. And I love that there's so much variation in how to play it, but I think to beat the game at this point in early access, they really make you, I learned by my third playthrough, like you have to do the military stuff fast.
Yes.
If you don't take every bandit camp, you're screwed. Because the bandit camps give you so much money, and if the AI gets even one of them, they will hire like an endless amount of mercenaries, and you're just done. So I don't like that they have so much variation on or I love that they have so much variation on how to run your town. But then in terms of how to actually beat the game, it's like, no, you have to get every bandit camp. And so I think that part of the game especially is going to need to get fleshed out more, the whole military aspect of it.
Have you won a domination yet?
No. Is that the hardest difficulty?
That's the one where you have to you have to go and control all the regions.
I think that's the one I'm currently playing, and I'm like winning it. I'm only on my third play. And I don't know how long I've played the game, but I probably abandoned my first playthrough after like 2 or 3 hours, and my second one after like 5 hours. And then I've probably played the third one around 5 or 6 hours. But I'm doing considerably better.
I've kind of found that so I have like 5 or 6 playthroughs in this game, and it's all because I kept on like putting myself in a corner and unable to get out of it, I guess. It's like I had an issue with the oxes.
The oxen.
And, yeah, the oxen.
What was your issue?
Well, like I couldn't do construction and have, people using them for jobs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wasn't making any money either. And basically all of my construction kind of stopped. And I was waiting like 6 months just to have enough money to buy another ox because I didn't have any money. And at that point, I just did a new playthrough.
How many playthroughs have you done, Salty?
I want to say like 5.
The meta has already shifted too. So like I learned on my second playthrough that trade was super overpowered. Because they heavily tax you on importing goods. It's basically like whatever price you can export, they add 10 for the import. So if something costs 3 to export, or you gain 3 for exporting, it would cost 13. But then if you upgrade your trade, they get rid of that penalty. So you can just import whatever you need, and you don't have to develop all of every single different industry. You can heavily specialize in one type and then just export that and import anything you need, which I think is like kind of the point of the game is regional specialization of resource management and having them all trade together.
Do you need to trade your own like regions, like your own town centers?
So you can do that, or you can just have them all like making money. But yeah, you can do your own town center trade as well. It's like a separate trading system. So I don't like that either. I wish they simplified that a bit. But yeah, no, I think that he's already adjusted it to where it only gets rid of half of the import penalty now. So they kind of weakened that. I think they weakened the sheep because people were just getting like insane amounts of sheep with the sheep upgrade where they have sex and have baby sheeps.
You don't even need to have it. Like they'll just spawn more if you have one sheep.
Yeah. So yeah, I think and trade is still super important. I think like they really don't give you a choice to not upgrade that. But yeah. I haven't beaten the game yet. I'm enjoying it though, and I think in like give it like a year's time when the game's more fully done, I think it'll just be even better. So
it'll be like one of the best like city building games there is, I think.
Yeah, I get that the guy wanted money, and I'm enjoying the game, but like I would have appreciated it being more fleshed out, especially the like policies and like upgrade trees are very underdeveloped, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to build more of a castle when I was doing it, and it's like the castle never seemed to work out. I never really
understood the point of it, honestly. I think that'll be something that he fleshes out more as he figures out the combat. But really, like building a basic manor is necessary, but then beyond that, building the whole castle feels pretty pointless and like a waste.
Yeah,
of
I
resource.
put my manor up on the hillside in this one because I was like, oh, it would be good for like defensive position and stuff, and just yeah.
But it's random where they come from. That's the problem.
It is.
I think so.
They
Where,
never
like,
attacked me.
bandits and stuff.
If
Other
it's a
bandits.
mercenary, if it's a mercenary group, they can spawn on any side of the map.
What? That's terrifying.
It'll tell you. If you hover over them, it'll tell you which zone they spawn in, but they
Yeah.
can spawn at any zone.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
I kind of wish he had like one other person working on the game with him.
Oh, I'm sure he's
Just
going to hire
indeed.
people.
Yeah. Or otherwise, it could be like a George R.R. Martin situation. He just dies and leaves it incomplete, but people wanting more.
And someone makes a TV show about it and screws up the last couple seasons.
One thing I didn't really do was like the walk around feature, where you just kind of like walk around your own manor
Oh, I did that a little
as
bit.
a lord. I also think berries were pretty OP. Like even if I didn't have the rich deposit, I always went really hard on berries.
Yeah, I ran out of food on this one. Because I had so many people just like making like weapons and stuff. I think I had like 300 bows.
It's so easy to run out of food, and the fields don't provide enough food. I don't think. Like you're better off just doing chicken coops and stuff in the.
Large vegetable gardens.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, the artisans making too many things was something I had to figure out how to pause them eventually. I ran into that issue too.
I haven't tried and fix it yet. Oh no, my family's hungry.
So yeah, this is the one where everyone starved to death.
Yeah, well, I ended it early. I was trying to get him to like, yeah. Doing my thing. Also, it was like I didn't understand. There's a couple of things I didn't understand. Like the marketplace, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you set up a marketplace so that they can sell their goods to each other, so that they can then transfer the resources back and forth, right?
Yeah.
But so you have two people, like you can see on that forager hut. You have two people who have a marketplace icon. Does that mean they're not foraging?
I think it means they spend time at the marketplace as well.
So they're not. So they're not foraging because like I could not forage my berries. Like they just weren't. They weren't.
So you should make more than one hut, and just get more people working on it. But they'll transport stuff back and forth, but they'll also harvest. They're just going to do both. But the most efficient is, I think, stocking people at the granary and storehouse, because then they just have like general goods and general food stalls, and then the other people's stalls are less necessary. Like I figured out the fire. Like people were always complaining that as I had a ton of firewood in my inventory, but a lot of houses didn't have firewood supply because the market didn't have enough. So you have to put people at the storehouse to to get the firewood transported to the market better, basically.
Interesting. You can see I have 330 some odd.
But like nobody. That's probably the main issue with the game right now is nobody tells you anything. You just have to figure it out.
Yeah, and tutorials. Any questions about the game from the people who didn't play?
No.
Can you flip reset?
I never miss. No, I enjoyed it. It was like for me, it was a really nice, like more relaxing game to play. Whereas I can just kind of sit back, go and play it, hanging out, listening to Destiny 2 Raiders going, and like just hang out in Discord and play a single player game for a little bit. It was kind of nice. Ready to get back into multiplayer though.
It's definitely a more chill game for sure.
I've got a great multiplayer game for us to play this next month.
Yeah.
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 Is it?
What is it?
Destiny 2?
No, I mean, I'm probably going to be playing that one too, but you just have to wait and see for the suggestions.
Okay. I will wait and see.
Should we do it?
Yeah, I think we can go ahead. Okay. As the person, I got to have 2 this month.
No one did Baldur's Gate.
No one did Baldur's Gate. So I suggested Remnant 2. We played Remnant 1 with the group 18 months ago. That was a while ago.
What is it, a baby?
It could be.
Oh,
Babies can be 18 months old.
That's true.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It adds up.
And this is the sequel. I've heard good things about it from people I've interacted with. Basically, it's a squad-based. Is it fair to call it like a Souls-like, based off of Remnant 1? Because I think that's what they're going for. Like, Souls-like with guns, but it's like 3 or 4 people go into a dungeon. You collect loot and upgrade your thing to keep on doing it. And I really enjoyed the first one, and I'd like to play the second one with y'all.
Oh, so sweet.
Soul Mask is Witherbottom's suggestion. It's a new survival crafting game with Mesoamerican theme.
Yes, go on.
That allows you to recruit tribesmen to do all the menial tasks that come with survival crafting games, so you can focus on exploring and killing stuff. And it has online co-op. All right, Happy. You suggested Impossible Creatures.
Yeah, I just randomly remembered that this game existed the other night when I was thinking about old RTSs that were a lot of fun. I don't know how I found this game back in the day when I was a kid. I probably just liked the cover art and bought it at Best Buy or something. But it has a 10 out of 10 on Steam, so you can look it up if you want. It has a very loyal fan base. But essentially, it's an RTS where in the future, scientists discovered how to mix animal DNA and are using it militaristically. And you can essentially mix up to, I think, 4 animals into each creature. And it just makes the most preposterous units you can imagine that are fighting. So you'll have like elephant mosquitoes fighting tiger sharks, as in like actual tiger sharks. Or like scorpion lions, or just whatever animals you want to mix, or mix 3 things together. And it's absolutely preposterous. And I think it'd be a lot of fun to see all the combos people come up with and the ridiculous battles we would have, and make some funny footage in moments. So I threw that one on the list.
Nice. All right. Last Epoch was my suggestion. My second one. It is a ARPG in the style, like a top-down isometric kind of style, similar to the old Diablo 2. Very much gather your squad together, go out, blow up monsters, loot drops out, and make your guy better and better. I think it takes place in a kind of a medieval kind of time. I think that's what I remember. I've been itching to play an ARPG also, so. Salty, you there?
Yep.
Sell us on Chivalry 2.
So Chivalry 2 is kind of like a medieval battlefield. And, well, shit, that's kind of a perfect way to explain it. You got castle sieges, like duels, and all this
You just
other
praise
stuff.
yourself for your explanation.
Yeah.
Wow, I really nailed that one.
I nailed that explanation. That was perfect. We're proud of you.
Thank you. But yeah, it's like I said, it's got castle sieges, duels, and all that stuff. It's a really good game. I think it'd be fun. We can all play it together.
Yeah.
It's got like big 60 player battles or something like that.
So, yeah, it's like a team deathmatch arena with in medieval times. So you have swordsmen. What's it? Do they have the two-handed ones in? Claymores.
You got knights who are like heavily armored and they use like big swords. You got like footmen who use like sword and shield. Vanguard who use like gigantic swords but like no armor, and then archers. But yeah, it's the game.
And you said it was free on Epic Game Pass?
Yeah, it's free until June 6th.
All right, Chief, you suggested Destiny 2?
Yeah, it's simply just because the final shape is coming out, and that's what I'm going to be playing. But it'll be a fun game again. So
at the very least, we're going to have a Destiny segment for so we can hear.
At the very least,
a disappointment. I mean, a.
Oh wow.
And angry. I think you suggested Dead Island.
I suggested Dead Island 2.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Dead Island 1, I played way back. It's first person. You pick up things like sticks or baseball bats or swords or whatever, and hand-to-hand combat with zombies. So you're just slashing through them. First one was co-op, and me and Ninja played a little bit, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Together, and it was a lot of fun chomping up zombies together. And yeah, and I don't know if it was the same people that made Dying Light, but Dying Light 1 was kind of the same archetype, and that was a ton of fun. And so Dead Island 2 is out, and I haven't played it. I don't know the story or anything, but it's probably 3 to, or I think it's 4 people can play at the same time, and you can all go around whacking zombies with melee weapons.
I like it. All right. Ninja, do you want to suggest something?
I don't have anything.
Wow.
I came unprepared.
Let that be a lesson.
Aliens Fireteam Elite.
No, I'm okay. What if I just... No, that wouldn't be fair because it would subtract the votes from the other zombie game.
You just Sea of Thieves.
All right.
Sea of Thieves.
I'm going to add Sea of Thieves.
Baldur's Gate in there.
Nobody's going to vote for it, but I'll do Sea of Thieves.
All right. I've already added Witherbottom's
now.
votes. Who would like to go first?
For the... Oh, never mind.
What do you want?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
1.
I'll do Sea of Thieves 3.
Who's going to track
Destiny 2 is 1 from me, believe it or not.
Which one?
Destiny 2.
As 1 or 2?
1.
Did
Wow.
you say 2?
No. And then I'll do Remnant 2 as my second. And Soul Mask as my fourth. And Chivalry 2 as my fifth.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm putting Dead Island first.
Wow. It's bold.
Then Remnant. No. I'm going to go with my heart. Destiny 2 2.
You too.
I think honestly Sea of Thieves 3. And then I can't decide, but Remnant and Chivalry last 2. Just pick one. It doesn't matter. I'm fine with either way.
What just I feel like you all right, whatever.
Hmm?
I
You
thought
said-
you added an extra one, but I don't think you did actually.
Okay. All right, I will go next. I think Last Epoch I want to be my number 1. Remnant my number 2. Dead Island to number 3. Sea of Thieves number 4. And Soulmass number 5.
All right, I'll go next. Is Last Epoch co-op or is
Yes.
it single only?
No, it's you can play with let me see how many it's up to. Last Epoch is I was gonna say exactly how many, but it is online.
Okay.
Online co-op.
Well, I'll give my own game, Impossible Creatures, my first one.
Impossible Creatures 1.
And then I'll do Chivalry as my second.
Oop.
Last Epoch is third.
Okay, so 1, Chivalry is your second, Last Epoch is third.
Then I'll go Dead Island 4
Dead Island
and Sea
2.
of Thieves 5. Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Chief and Salty left, I think.
Go ahead, Salty.
Okay. I'm gonna do just Sea of Thieves 1. I think that sounds like fun. I'll do Soul Mask 2. Chivalry 3. Remnant 2 4. And then Destiny 2 5.
All right. What you got, Chief?
I'm gonna mix it up a little bit just because I
You feeling
don't know what to
guilty now?
do, guys. You know,
Go
I
with your
can't
heart.
believe that it's going to be Chief.
Go with your heart.
um,
Do it.
who suggested Last Epoch? Who did that?
Me.
You did.
You can't give him 2
Favorites?
months in a row.
No, 2 months in a row.
Look, guys.
Like term
not-
limits.
I know you want to do Destiny 2 1.
No, it's not that I want to, but it's just that I don't want to be the first one to like bring everybody back to another game
No,
or
no,
do
no, no,
something
no.
like that. And I didn't
We've
want
already
to.
returned to Valheim.
Yeah, we returned to Valheim.
And that was my
I guess
fault.
we
And we
did
know how
return
that
to
went.
Valheim,
Everybody.
but-
We can do Destiny 2 again.
It's the
All right.
it's
Well,
the
fine.
rules. Follow the
I'll-
rules here. It's a dictatorship.
I'll do Destiny 2 1 and Last
Don't sit there and get
Epoch
upset about it.
2,
It's like I'm getting what I wanted, but not like this.
Remnant 3,
I think Last Epoch still
I
wins,
like it.
though.
Dead
I'm
Island, uh
4.
4, yeah, and Impossible Creatures 5, I guess.
Nice.
In a crazy twist of fate, VGotM forces
Think
John
Last
to play
Epoch
Destiny
won, though.
twice.
Oh yeah, Last Epoch won
That's
because he
cool.
did
I think
the
Last
second.
Epoch
Yeah,
won.
because I gave it 2.
Nope,
Yeah.
Remnant 2 1.
Oh,
Wow.
right.
Wow.
What the heck? Wait,
Nice.
why did it? Why
Nobody
did
saw that one
that wasn't
coming.
even in my? Go back, scroll back to the left. How did that happen?
We
got a lot of
3 second
seconds.
place.
I
Yeah, I got 3 second places.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Remnant 2.
Ah, nice.
All right, let me look this game up.
Even though it didn't win, I still think y'all should grab Chivalry while it's free. We can play it sometime. It's very fun.
Remnant 2.
Remnant 2.
Watching the trailer
All
right
right.
now.
Well, do we have anything to say before
I guess it's Remnant.
we call it?
This looks fun.
An update from my brother playing Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
He was shocked that the statue looked at him. He's like, I'm
man.
so in.
I'm jealous of him right now.
How early does that happen?
The first
Pretty
like 5
early.
minutes.
Pretty early.
Okay.
I mean, it depends. Like,
if I go back to that game, I'm going to start fresh.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's a great game.
what a great game.
Maybe I'll just play that this month.
All right. Well,
I think
All right.
anything else?
That's it.
Come play with us.
Happy Pride.
Happy
Eat your
Pride
vegetables.
Month.
Yeah.
Given that I'm the happy one, it's my month.
We got Gay Giraffe over here, and that's